So basically just to unlock the rack, we just turn the key, we turn our lever. It's simple to get out your trimmer. Insert it back in, you just turn your handle and it locks it in. So it's real super fast and easy to use.
Alright guys, I'm here with Jordan with Green Touch Industries. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do here? I mean, I know you're working hard, it's hot, it's Florida, you're back here, you're doing all kinds of stuff for the company, but a lot of people probably see some of the things that you post on Instagram and YouTube and just promoting Green Touch racks. So is that you?
My background's in media arts and animation and digital marketing. So I run most of the customer service here. We actually share it, I should say. I do the majority of the IT and server work here, and also I shoot all the videos, run all the social media, and also the animation work, that kind of thing, and all the graphic design too, all the labels, anything you see like that in the web design.
And I mean, did you just start doing this for Green Touch, or is this something that you did before?
I've actually, my background being in film production and design, I've always kind of done it, and there was just a need at the company for it, so I landed the job.
Awesome. What's like the process? Like, you know, when you go from version 1, 2 to 3, like was version 3 already something that you were thinking about? Like when you made version 1 and you just had certain steps you had to get there, or is it like learning from the end users to get to those different versions? Yeah,
so that's primarily what it is. It's user input, customer input. We just kind of listen to what the customers say, and that if we get enough inquiries into the change of what they want to see, we'll change it. And also on the engineering side of it, if we see something that needs to be changed, we don't wait till the customer tells us, we change it before it becomes an issue, or maybe it's just something that can make it perform better. So that's usually the process.
Alright guys, so I'm here with Dan from Green Touch Industries. Dan, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and tell us like a little backstory, like how did we get to this point?
Okay, yes, my name is Dan. I'm with Green Touch Industries, and we were actually in the landscape business for many years. And we had the need for this back in the early 80s as far as securing our equipment, because we had some accounts that were down in Miami area, which is a really tough area to keep your equipment, let alone, secure everything that's on your trailers. So we actually started using chains and locks like everybody else has done and tried to use. It's very time consuming and not really good for the equipment because it scratches it and everything else. So we did that for a while, and unfortunately that wasn't working either. We were getting a lot of people coming in with bolt cutters and cutting them while we're on big jobs and stuff like that. Again, this is Miami, it's a tough area. That didn't work for us anymore, so now we brought in our own security system, which was a couple of black chows. So we would put 2 dogs per trailer, so when we were on our big commercial sites, we'd come back, we'd still have our equipment. So literally, one dog would have a 20-foot range of the front of the trailer, another one to the back, and that solved our problem. But now we ran into a little liability problem where the dogs like to bite people, so now we had to go into a different version of security systems, so that's how we started building our trimmer racks. So we pretty much started back in the late 80s making racks, and then we introduced them to our own individual market around the West Palm Beach area and Miami, and it seemed to be very successful and the guys liked it. So then we started taking it to some of the bigger shows. Our first show was GIE show, and that was kind of a big hit. I think Jungle Gym, Trimmer Trap, and Green Touch all started out the same year with displaying our racks. So anyhow, after quite a few years of doing this and trying to perfect things and speed things up, because you all know that speed is the big issue from getting from one job to the next, along with security. We ended up to now what we call the version 3. And the version 3 rack is what we are selling. It's on the market now. And we constantly are always looking to make a new version 4, because we know that there's always something going to be better than this that we can come up with. It's just a matter of taking input from our customers and our own personal needs from being in the business ourselves, and implementing it and putting it together. So that's kind of how we got to this point. We do get surprised by new equipment every now and then that comes out on the market that we're not aware of, because everybody likes to keep it a secret until the big blower comes out, and now we got this big giant blower and we have to build a rack for it. We have to react twice as fast as the market normally does. So, but anyhow, we don't want anybody to ever get mad at us because we're moving into a new version each time. We're just trying to improve our products and hopefully take care of your guys' needs out in the field.
So how long ago was that? Like when was the first manufactured rack for Green Touch?
I would say probably 1985, somewhere in that range. Yeah, yeah.
So you are the original.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say. Wow.
We needed it. We needed it back then. You know,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there wasn't anything like that on the market, so we had to come up with our own fabrication. So we did that, and
entrepreneurship through and through. That's an entrepreneur. You have a problem, you solve it, and then guess what? You sell it and make money off it.
That's what we do as landscapers. Yep, you have a problem, you have to solve it. You know.
Exactly. What's the biggest selling point that you would say to anyone that's contemplating?
I think number one,
racks?
image is everything when it comes to being out in the field, because your customer base, we all have so much competition out there that, you know, you need to look better. You always need to look more organized and more professional. And this is going to get you to that point. It's going to speed up the process. Just when you look back at your trailer, you're going to see this is high-vis green. We like these bright colors, and it's not just for the reason that we like green. It's for the reason that, you know, you get done with the job, you're hot, you're sweaty, you know, you're tired, you glance back, and if you don't see, you know, an even, consistent amount of trimmers in your rack, when you catch it, you know, with the brightness of the colors, then you'll say, hey, we left something behind, you know. Everybody have all their equipment, you know. So that was kind of our idea behind the bright colors.
So where do you see the future of Green Touch? Like, what are some ideas you might be having that you're willing to share, or in general?
Well, I can tell you that we're working on a version 4 already.
Nice.
They don't always happen overnight, so it's just a matter of, you know, taking everything and implementing it. We have some other new racks that we're going to be coming out with too, and some other new products. So things that we hopefully will help you guys and speed up your process again and make life easier. You know, just from the new stainless steel lock that we're putting in everything now. So that's going to keep corrosion down, because we know there's a lot of cities and areas that you guys are driving through that maybe you got early spring or late fall or whatever, and you've got snow or whatever debris that whatever you're running into. You know, things like this will help improve the racks.
Well, awesome. Thank you very much, Dan.
All right.
It was nice.
Enjoyed it.
Nice talking with you. Thanks for having me down here and taking some time out of your day.
Anytime. And all you guys are welcome to come by and stop by. When you do, just feel free to ask for a free shirt, because we give one to everybody that comes in. So good luck out there, guys.
Awesome. So the dog story is hysterical. Like, I couldn't help laughing, like, on the side, you know, off camera while you were telling that story. The first time you told me and the second time you told me, it was just as funny that, you know, you had your dog securing your racks. And I feel like your slogan for Green Touch trimmer racks should be like, they don't bite. You know, because first you had the dogs and now you have trimmer racks.
Exactly,
So
yep.
They just lock everything up. You don't have to worry about any innocent bystanders getting attacked. But your racks, your trimmers are still safe, so that's a funny story.